So we just landed here, and this houses 70% of the world, the size and the weight of him, because our alpine dingoes. Woo! Now, doing what Sophie and I do, we get asked questions all the time about snakes. And so many of these questions are derived from facts people have known. And some of these facts are more often than not incorrect. And so today we're going to be talking about these myths. Ah, yes, some of the myths that we hear sound like they've come out of a kids' animal version of Cards Against Humanity. Yes, ridiculous. Now, look, Sophie is true. Some of the things we hear about our snakes are totally and utterly incorrect. Excuse me. Excuse me. I have a question. Yes, yes, good. What's a trouser snake? I can't deal with this. Myth 1. So a lot of people get this wrong all the time. It's something you see in movies, TV shows, and on social media. And it's actually the fact that people call snakes poisonous instead of venomous. And there is actually a difference. Now, I understand people mean venomous, but there is a difference in the term. So poison affects you when it gets on your skin or it's ingested. And of course, yes, it would affect you if it's in your body. But venom, on the other hand, has to be in your system. So it has to be injected through fangs or a hypodermic needle, or it has to seep in through a wound, which can happen. Now, I know, again, it seems a little bit petty talking about poison and venom, especially when people are referring to venomous snakes, but it's important because there are actually some species of poisonous snakes out there throughout the world. So, if you get this right, then you're really showing off your snake knowledge. Or you're taking care of what you're saying anyway. Can you see Sophie? Actually, can I borrow you for a second? Whew. That was a far away, Bundy. Oh, there you go. Yes, number 2. Common misconception that snakes can see kilometers away. Bundy? No, you can't see the 5G satellite that's controlling everybody's minds in Mullumbimby. No, stop it. No, they cannot see far at all. Most snakes, 2 to 3 meters, will see them out, and snakes are way more reactive to movement. They can't see much detail. So this girl won't be reading the echo from 2 k's away. Wrong animal. Sorry, Bundy. Let's see what else we can see. Oh, what have you got there? Isn't he cute? Oh, yes. What? Oh my God, this is David. He's actually not a baby. But that actually brings us into our 3rd myth. And this myth is so common, it kills me. But anyway, the myth is that babies or hatchlings, baby snakes, cannot dry bite, or they are more venomous than their adult counterparts. Now, both these facts or myths are totally incorrect. Hatchlings have the ability to dry bite from when they're straight out of the egg. Why don't they dry bite often? Well, simply they're more threatened by things because they are tiny. It's as simple as that. Now, the second thing being is that they're more venomous. Now, this has been proven incorrect, particularly in the eastern brown species. They have found that the babies have less potent venom than that of their adults. Why? Because they're eating smaller food items, things like insects, small reptiles, rather than rats and mice and other things like that. So of course their venom matches their prey. So guys, but needless to say, at the end of the day, if you get bitten by anything, particularly a snake, but young, small, big, or whatever, do the first aid, go to hospital. And of course, easy way to avoid a snake bite, don't harass, don't pick up, don't handle, and don't try to kill a snake. It's as simple as that. Isn't it?
Have you told Mum
About this.
that she's a grandma?
Oh, she thoroughly enjoys the statue.
Okay.
Thoroughly.
Mm-hmm.
We're up to number 4, guys, and this one's a doozy. People tell us this all the time. They walk up to us and they say, "Is that snake aggressive?" Oh, it's so common. Aggressive.
I hate when people hate snakes.
And it's simply not true. It's actually proven that snakes, reptiles, they're actually emotionless creatures. They run on instinct. They can't be happy, sad, hold a grudge. They're not like those people that rock up to Audi on the first day of snow gear being released. They're very, very angry. Actually, people go to Audi and just
Why
very
can't
angry.
people use their indicators?
So this is not correct. A better term to use for snakes is defensive. And this is only when they're feeling threatened. Obviously, snakes, they don't have legs, they don't have eyelids, they don't have very good memory either. So of course they're gonna be defensive if they think that they're gonna be harmed. It's as simple as that.
Why are genuine Toyota parks so expensive?
We're gonna get out of here now. Yes, yes. Hey, hey, hey. Yes.
Can I ask what you're doing?
Well, if you live in the Northern Rivers, Bridget, which I know you do, you know that it's been very cold, and I can't
It has.
handle the cold. So I'm gonna hibernate, just like our snakes and our reptiles.
Now, this is a very good myth, and this is the 5th and final myth of today's video. Now, a lot of people think in Australia, our snakes and even our lizards hibernate. Now, this is a myth. This is incorrect. Now, our snakes do not hibernate at all. What they do is lay dormant. Yes. So, when it's cold during winter, what they do is slow their metabolic system down and reserve that energy. So it's not a completely different system. They don't clog their digestive system and go to sleep for months on end. They just chill out for a while. So if it is a sunny day during winter, then you might see a snake. So there you go. There's myth number 5, and Sophie, you're just gonna have to toughen up and bear through this cold. Bear. Did you see what I did there?
Well, I brought you something from the last scene. I thought you might want to stay calm.
I appreciate it. So guys, that wraps up our 5 myths busted about snakes.
Yeah, I hope you guys learnt a thing or two, and maybe you got a bit more power and knowledge up there, so when you do see a snake, you can really go through those clear facts.
Absolutely. Now guys, if you'd like to see these myth busted videos, let us know in the comments below. And also, you have to subscribe.
You have
Because
to.
otherwise you don't know when it's gonna, that's what Casper just whispered in my ear. You don't know when we're gonna release another video.
That's
So,
right.
subscribe.
An easy way to help us as well. Awesome. Now, as always, we're going to leave two facts to help our environment. Number 1, seeing as we're talking about snakes, if you do see one in your backyard, make sure you get it identified properly by a professional if you're not too sure about it.
Yeah.
Snakes do come in a highly variation of color and pattern, and they can be really, really tricky to find out what species they are.
And some snakes you might want to keep in your backyard. They are benefits, but some snakes, of course, it might be a risk to keep there too. And your second thing is
Making sure that you do a bit of research about what species are in your local area. So that way, when you do come along a snake, you're not too surprised. So you could ask a local snake relocator, you could do some research yourself. Now,
get a local handbook guide.
that's right. And that knowledge doesn't have to stop just at snakes. You could find out more about other reptiles, bird species. Hey, we might even get them interested about animals.
Wow.
Wow, crazy.
Wow.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Like and subscribe. Ubu.
Ubu.